So what is the Fibonacci sequence?
The Fibonacci sequence is a string of whole numbers that are defined or generated with a very simple property. The string itself begins 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on. The formulaic pattern is to find any number in the sequence, you add the two previous numbers together.
How does it affect us? Like what? Because I think it, what does it do to humans?
If you want to think that all these different objects that have Fibonacci type numerical patterns to them, maybe that means that we're interconnected in
like
some
there's
way.
the divine and the pineapple down to the shoelace, everything.
I personally don't believe that.
Do you see that? Or am I?
Pineapple seed patterns, or the patterns of the scales on the pineapple, they spiral away from the top, one in both directions. And if you carefully count the number of spirals, they are almost always, for pineapples, like with pine cones, consecutive Fibonacci numbers, like 8 and 13, or 13 and 20.
It's everywhere. It's in everything. It's in everything.
Most other seeding plants or flowers do not have numbers of petals or patterns that fit Fibonacci numbers.
No.
For every object like a
say
pine cone that does fit that pattern, there are plants or seeds that don't fit the pattern.
No, because if you
think closely about where the Fibonacci numbers first came from in a popular sense. 13th century Italy. What else did 13th century Italy give the Western world?
I don't know.
You got the mafia, and you got the Vatican. Okay? The mafia and the Vatican in Italy have conspired to use the Fibonacci numbers to just take over people's lives.
You said no.
The angle for the mafia is money, because there's all sorts of betting schemes and stock market playing scams that are based on using the Fibonacci numbers. But anybody with any background in basic probability and statistics knows that that's complete garbage. There's nothing to it. It leads you nowhere but debt.
You think so?
And when you get in debt, who do you look for to get help? The mafioso. The Vatican, they just want to take over people's brains, man. There are people who follow this intelligent design plan, and they're complete believers in creationism. And one of them is this asshole named Fred Wilson. He'll say things like, proof that the Fibonacci numbers come from God and permeate existence is because most phone numbers have Fibonacci numbers in them, as opposed to phone numbers that don't. But the Fibonacci numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. That's 6 of the 10 digits. So 6 of the 10 digits are Fibonacci numbers, and 4 of the 10 digits are not Fibonacci numbers. And so, of course, more fucking phone numbers are going to have Fibonacci numbers in them than won't. So it's crap like that that drives mathematicians like me crazy.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm convinced that the Vatican is sucking people in through these crazy ideas promoting intelligent design, Fibonacci numbers, divine inspiration for all things around us. That's all based on lies, exaggerations, fandoms.
It's in everything. You know it's in everything. I mean, you teach it. Are you an idiot teacher?
That's really how you feel. I want nothing to do with you. You need to get out of here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.